You guys can't see me yet, but you can hear me. Well, hello, and welcome back. Welcome back. For those of you that haven't been here before, hi, my name's Bree. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a pregnancy update Q&A. There's an animal crying upstairs. Question number 1 is, how late was your period before you found out you were pregnant? So basically, I was 2 days late. So I was like, okay, that's weird. I'm gonna take a test. So I did, and that one was negative. So I was like, oh, okay. Big chills, you know? And then 5 days after that, a week late, exactly to the day, I woke up and I was like, that shit still hasn't come. So for those of you that watched the last video would know that I woke up and I had to pee. So I was like, okay, took 3 pregnancy tests and those were all positive. So I was like, okay. And then I went and got a digital, took that one, and that one said yes with a little plus. So second question is pregnancy symptoms early on and now. So early on, before I ever knew, I was just getting like cramping. But it went on for like 2.5 weeks ish. If it got bad or if it was like persistent, then like that could also lead to like other medical problems. I'm not gonna trigger nobody, but I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about. That was the first symptom. The second symptom that I had early on, this was after I knew, but I started developing at around 6 weeks maybe, that I would get so nauseous, but not for any reason, which is just common morning sickness for those of you that don't know. I would wake up. If I brushed my teeth wrong, I would get sick. If I would get too hungry, I would throw up. And a big one for me, I already get car sick in general, especially if I'm in the back seat. But I was getting car sick like every single time I wasn't driving. If it was anybody else that was taking me anywhere, I was just like sitting in the passenger seat like, bro, this shit sucks. So, but after that, I didn't have like crazy symptoms. I would get cramping here and there. Another question in here is any scares or anything like that, so I'll get to that in a second. When it comes to just common symptoms, and just, I mean, this is just me in general sometimes, but like even more irritable than usual. Question number 3 is, are you planning to breastfeed? And the answer, for more than one reason, is yes. 2 main reasons I'm planning to breastfeed is, and hopefully I can, is for one, the inflation, the formula shortage, the just babies in general are expensive, and now finding formula, paying for it, people are marking it up. Like, number 2, it's really good for their brain development. It's great for their growth. And if you do it for the first full year, they get full benefits from the breast milk. So, I mean, why not? Question number 4 is gender reveal video, baby shower video, birth vlog. Are we doing any of those 3? And the answer is yes to all 3. So the gender reveal, I can literally pull it up on my calendar. I can give you only that one right now, obviously, for obvious reasons. The gender reveal video will be up Tuesday, September 13th at 2 p.m. And for those of you wondering the schedule of these videos, every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. For the baby shower, it's gonna be filmed, vlogged, documented, what have you. But I believe that video will come sometime in November. Hopefully earlier rather than later, but I can't exactly pinpoint that. My mom is doing all the planning and the dates and everything like that. And for the birth vlog, quite obviously, you're not getting in there, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get, you know, the process, us going, us birthing it. I don't want to say it, sounds fucked up. Them, he or she, I don't know yet. But yes, there will be a gender reveal video, there will be a baby shower video, and there will be a birth vlog. Quite obviously, the birth vlog will be up in sometime, I assume in January, when the due date is. That could be mid-January, that could be into February, I don't know. The next question, number 5, is any names picked or any name ideas or anything like that. So the answer is yes. We have the full first, middle, and last name of both boy and girl picked out. So you're gonna get one or the other, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint for each of the names. They both, boy and girl, first names start with an R. Number 6 is any scares, and quite honestly, yeah, a couple. We've had officially 2 scares, one where I actually did end up in the emergency room, so I'll go over that real quick with y'all. So at about 6 weeks, I was at work, and I'm sitting there on this office chair, chilling. I had to pee, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, stood up. Trigger warning for some people, but there was a lot of blood in the toilet. So I thought, my whole brain at that point had thought, well, you don't get to have this one. You know, I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but obviously hoping for the best. I went in, I was there for like about 6 hours, and they ran some ultrasounds, they ran a couple blood tests. Every single thing looked normal, but I went to the doctor at an appointment like a couple days later, literally like 2 or 3 days later, and they confirmed it was some sort of subchorionic hematoma or subchorionic hemorrhage. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically a blood clot that just sits in your uterus and will just yeet itself out at some point, and that's exactly what the fuck it did. So the other scare that we had wasn't as bad at all, but I was getting such severe cramping where I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't eat, and it was like that for about a day and a half. And obviously if it progressed or I started bleeding, we would have to go to the ER. Thankfully it never did, and my doctor didn't really have any explanation for it. She basically just said it could be the uterus expanding, it could be, the XYZ, but the baby's fine, everything's fine, perfectly normal. So I'm like, okay, cool. Question number 7, which is body changes. Yes, quite literally yes. Yes. I've pretty much gained some weight in my legs. I've lost some ass and gained some tits. So number 8, biggest fears. And now when I see people on YouTube answer this question, they always say, well, something going wrong during the birth, which is, that's obvious. Of course, you want everything to go perfectly smooth and to be perfectly healthy. But my biggest fears is actually after they're born. The number 1 cause of death in children under the age of 4 is drowning. Whether that be an inch of water, a pool, what have you. My top biggest fear is probably drowning, and then number 2 is just obviously SIDS. For those that don't know what it is, it's sudden infant death syndrome. It's usually they just go to sleep and they don't wake up, and there's not really an explanation for it. There's certain things you can do to try to prevent it, but it's not 100% preventable, But yeah, those are probably my 2 biggest fears, is drowning and SIDS. So, question number 9 is family reactions and do I have videos? And tragically enough, I only have one, and I'll explain my immediate family real quick. With my grandpa, he wanted to kill Brandon. He wanted to pull a gun on him. He wanted to be very aggressive, but he didn't. But he wanted to fight him on sight. And yeah, that's what that is. My parents, those of you that know me personally know them, I'm sure. My mom was like, and she's gonna, if she's watching this far into the video, she's gonna come at me. Okay, but she was excited. My dad was like, they were excited because it's their first grandkid, but they were also like, damn, like this is happening. Like we're grandparents now. So it was one of those moments. I didn't get yelled at. I'm not 17 anymore. So like, that's not a problem. I'm a full grown adult with my own house and my own money. And I'm going to provide for this child with Brandon. So that wasn't an issue. It wasn't about, oh, now we have to take care of it type shit. It was like, we get our first grandkid. Tight. So that was theirs. That was my grandpa's. I have 2 brothers. One of my brothers, I didn't record, but he like got teary-eyed. And so basically, with every single one of them, I got them a little onesie or like a little outfit, a baby outfit that they opened, and that was that. My brother opened his, my oldest brother, opened his and like looked at me and looked at Brandon, looked at my parents, and was just like, wait, really? And I was like, yeah. And I started laughing because he got emotional, and he'll never admit it, but he did, and it was really cute and funny. But he was just sitting there just like shocked. He said like one sentence and that was it, and he just sat there with like watery eyes for the rest of the one, like until I left, like 30 minutes later. So I thought that was great. And the final one, which is the one I have on film, and you're gonna see it right now.
Okay. Baby clothes?
You're joking. Nope. You're joking.
No. Oh no.
Well, that makes sense.
I'm bamboozled.
I told you.
What?
I fucking told you.
You didn't say anything.
I told you she was gonna end up with child.
Well, somebody has to. It's not gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn.
So as you could see, that was my brother and his reaction. He's the one that doesn't want kids, if you can tell by him saying what he said. But yeah, that's my brother. Question number 10, what do you think they'll look like? For those that know me and my mom and one of my brothers, like me and my oldest brother look exactly like my mom. The thing is, my mom has very strong genetics. We don't look like our dad. So I would assume that it would be the same with me. But again, Brandon looks just like his mom did, so it could be either way. But for some reason, I feel in my brain that they're gonna look like me. And it's not selfish or anything like that. I just think that they're gonna look like that. Number 11, bump date. It's not what you think it would look like, if that makes sense. It's a lot smaller. For 4 months, like, as long as, you know, their weight is tracking, and it has been tracking perfectly fine, I'm good with it. Final question, number 12, and for those of you that watch this far, are the only people that want to know the answer to this, and it is, do I have a registry set up, and who's it through? I do have a full registry set up. I'm still adding, you know, clearly I'm only 4 months. I have 5-6 months left. So I'm gradually adding to it every single week or so. When I think of new things that I need, and I have put pretty much the essentials, I guess you could say, in there. I haven't really put that many clothes on it. It's more of like pacifiers and wipe warmers, bottle warmers, stuff like that. The link will be down in the description for those of you that do want to check it out, because I'm sure there's some of you watching this video that are going to be attending the gender reveal, the baby shower, what have you. Thank you guys for watching. See y'all next time. Peace.